तर सामान्य माणूस, वकील आणि न्यायाधीश या सगळ्यांना प्रिय असणारं व्यक्तिमत्व म्हणजे आदरणीय गवई साहेब आणि यांच्या झालेले संस्कार आई साहेब, आपण आणि दादासाहेब यांचं बुद्धिमंत उदाहरण या ठिकाणी आहे. आपण अतिशय भाग्यवान आहात. एक कर्तृत्ववान पत्नीची पत्नी म्हणून आणि एका कर्तृत्ववान पुत्राची आई म्हणून आपण या ठिकाणी आलेलो आहात. अभिनंदन करतो. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र.
Thank you, Mr. Bishop. On account of time constraints, may I request our esteemed speakers to skip individual salutations of dignitaries on the dais as we proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa, as a part of its theme, that is 75 years of glorious heritage of constitutional justice, is publishing a souvenir, a commemorative booklet which features reflections from esteemed members of the bar and the bench who have shared their thoughts on Justice Gavai's contribution and evolution of constitutional justice in India. May I request Advocate Sanika Thakre and Advocate Adesh Kondileshwar to come on stage and hand over the souvenir to Justice B.R. Gavai. I would then like to request Honorable Chief Justice B.R. Gavai to release the souvenir. Thank you, madam. Ladies and gentlemen, Justice Gavai stands as a true representative of the common man's deeply rooted constitutional values. Justice Gavai's remarkable journey, spanning over 2 decades on the bench, has consistently reflected his commitment to transparency, accessibility, and integrity. The Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa has compiled a book containing 50 judgments authored by Justice B.R. Gavai, which have had a profound impact on the legal landscape of our nation. May I request Advocate Sriran Verma, Advocate Professor Sayyed, Advocate Bharat Kilor, and Advocate Abhishek Rani, part of the editorial team, to come on the stage and hand over the book to Honorable Chief Justice Suryakant for its release. This book has been handed to our esteemed dignitaries on and off the dais. I would like to request all the dignitaries to join His Lordship Justice Suryakant in releasing the book. Thank you, madam. May I now request Shri Anil Singh, Additional Solicitor General of India, to address this august gathering.
Honorable Chief Justice of India, Justice Bhushan Gavai, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. India, and especially Maharashtra, has witnessed a historic moment on 14th of May 2025 as Justice Bhushan R. Gavai took oath as 52nd Chief Justice of India at Rashtrapati Bhavan. The swearing-in ceremony befittingly took place in the backdrop of 5th century statue of Buddha in Abhay Mudra and grand portrait of Mahatma Gandhi adorning the wall to his left in the Darbara Hall of Rashtrapati Bhavan. The swearing ceremony took place not only in the presence of the Honorable President of India and the Prime Minister of India and other dignitaries in the hall, but in the presence and the blessings of his 84-year-old mother, Kamal Tai Gavai, who is also present here, and also in the presence of large number of royals who were present in the Supreme Court hall, where there was a live telecast of the entire swearing ceremony. We have all seen that many lawyers might have watched this swearing ceremony on YouTube platform and other platform also. To my knowledge, such live telecast has never happened in the history of the Supreme Court of India. This shows the deep love and respect that Justice Gavai commands from the lawyers who come from all parts of India to witness this historic event. This stature and respect cannot be gained nor can it be bestowed upon you. It has to be earned through years of hard work, perseverance, and through acts of entity. Justice Gavai took affirmation in Hindi, symbolizing to me his deep connection with the nation and its ethos. After taking oath, Justice Gavai headed back to the Supreme Court premises, where he paid a heartfelt tribute to the two architects of modern India, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi. This tribute shows special significance, reflecting Justice Gavai's commitment to equality and justice, as he often credited Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's legacy of affirmation action in his great remarkable journey. Today's function is of a great significance and importance for three different reasons, according to me. One is because Justice Gavai's felicitation, whom we describe as the most popular judge we have ever seen, and who has won the heart of the people and the litigant public in this country. Secondly, because I think this is the first felicitation program by any state bar council of Justice Gavai after taking his oath. And thirdly, because we are celebrating the 75th years of glorious heritage of the Constitution of India. I congratulate Justice Gavai for heading the highest institution in the judiciary, namely the Supreme Court of this country, which is the largest democracy of the world, having a population of more than 140 crores. He is a perfect example as to how the bench must maintain a relationship with the bar. He has always been an inspiration for the junior members of the bar. Justice Gavai always maintains a perfect equilibrium while maintaining relations on one hand and administrating justice on the other hand. In spite of attaining such a high position in the judiciary, his state treats even the junior lawyers and staff with respect and dignity. One of very distinct quality of Justice Gavai is that he remembers names of his staff, the family members, the lawyers, majority of the advocates whom he has met or who have appeared before him. I know Justice Gavai since last more than 20 years, and I must admit, Justice Gavai has not changed at all in all these years. His basic nature continues as it was, whether as an advocate, as a judge of the Bombay High Court, and even now as a Chief Justice of India. Son of late Shri R.S. Gavai, a noted follower of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and Governor of Bihar and Kerala, Justice Gavai's upbringing was steeped in the values of social justice and equality, principles that have continued to shape his jurisprudential outlook. His journey from practicing in Bombay High Court to serving as a judge in Bombay High Court and now the Supreme Court has been marked by judicial wisdom, clarity of thoughts, a profound sense of fairness, which is reflected in the audit documents. We have appeared in a number of matters before Justice Gavai, and our experience is that he has a very sharp mind, very good memory, and his thoughts are very clear. He catches the pulse of the matter immediately, and his judgment shows that he has no hesitation in passing court orders once he is convinced about the case. Some of his great judgments are on the liberty which we have come across. He is a judge who leaves no ambiguity or blanks. Lawyers and judges working in court are under a lot of pressures of numbers, pressure of cases, pressure of arguments. But Justice Gavai keeps his court in a very light mood and also cracks joke once a while to defuse the situation. From the judgments we can make out that he interpreted law and molded belief keeping in mind the larger interest of public, finding practical solution, and taking judicial notice of various factors prevailing in the society to see that the common man gets justice. Justice Gavai interpreted complicated question of law with amazing ease. As rightly mentioned by John Ruskin, that, and I quote, a great thing can be done by a great person, and they do it without much effort, unquote. One of the incidents I recollect in the Bombay High Court when I was sitting in courtroom on the second floor when the lawyer was presiding. There was an application for continuation of delay by the state. Justice Gavai was inclined to conclude the delay in an application filed by the state. But after just personally going through the papers, he realized the litigant was an 80 years old person and there was an issue regarding compensation of 8 lakhs. He immediately dismissed the petition of the state. This shows his human approach towards a common man. This is Gavai understood the difficulties that a common man faces. Even as a lawyer, he never worked for pecuniary benefit, and almost half of his work was done on pro bono basis. This is Gavai, having part of 700 benches from the High Court to Supreme Court, which delivered landmark and path-breaking judgments, including issues like bulldozer justice, striking down electoral bond scheme, upholding abrogation of Article 70, which gave special status to Jammu and Kashmir, judgment upholding demonetization and sub-classification within the reserve categories, and the judgment holding that the Supreme Court can modify arbitral award under Article 142 of the Constitution. And of course, his first verdict as a Chief Justice of India, which we read just day before yesterday, ruling that the forest land cannot be allotted to government by the government to private parties for non-forest activities. And further directed that all state and union territories to grow if any forest land allotted to any private parties or for non-forest activities. This is the way it is also the opinion that there is underrepresentation in women in judiciary. On Pahalgam terror attack, he said that, and I quote, when the country is in danger, judges cannot stay aloof. We are part of the country. We are stunned when we heard about the incident, unquote. This shows his concern for the nation. Justice Gavai has not hesitated to remind us that the Constitution is supreme authority, and I quote, that the Constitution is supreme. If any institution tries to consider itself supreme, then the judiciary is in danger, unquote. These are not just words, but they are a call to guard our institution against overreach. His tenure, though brief, comes at a crucial time when our nation, in the judiciary, especially judiciary, is facing mounting backlogs, digital transformation, and question of judicial appointment. We are confident that Justice Gavai will lead these issues with firmness, vision, and compassion. His life story will continue to inspire the students, scholars, young boys, and the civil society. The other day I heard the program of Justice Khanna's, it was a farewell function. When the President of the Supreme Court Bar Association said, and we all must agree to this, that this nation has prepared justice for it was. I am sure that this is Gavai's capable leadership. The Supreme Court of India and the judiciary will rise to a higher height of credibility justice and service to the nation. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Shri Manali